So today's an exciting day because we finally add the third allotment to our little empire. I'll show you all three of them. So this one is my daughter's plot, and we'll switch over so you can see it in a second. So this is the entrance to my daughter's little allotment. I'm going to be doing a lot of the management on this plot as well, so it's all great fun for me as well, and she and her boyfriend are going to love it. We only got it today. Let's have a quick look round. So it's basically got this really lovely shed. Actually it looks a lot better if we take a look from the inside. So it's a really lovely shed. It's got really nice glass windows and a potting bench, a good floor in there, a few of my tools already. And then it's got three beds for planting. I just started digging this one over. Really great. And then a fruit bed down here. So we've got an apple tree, currants, another currant, another currant, another apple tree that had fallen over, so we did a quick repair on that. Rhubarb, another currant and another apple tree, which is actually two different apple trees grafted onto the same rootstock. So all in all we've got 4 different varieties of Eater apples there. Fantastic. We're a little bit short on Eater apples. And then we've got 2 lots of, apparently these are autumn fruiting raspberries, so I need to get those cut down. As I say, these lovely beds. So on my allotment we're all about early and late season productivity. This plot is going to be all about the main staples: onions, potatoes, beans and the like. So you know, we're just going to make this really about bulk productivity in summer. And then this area here, well, basically in front of the shed, is going to be grassed. So where I've dug over there, that plot, that area there in front of those raspberries, is going to be grassed as a little play area for Jennie's baby, Robin. And then this plot here is going to be Jennie's and Jon's kind of, you know, personal planting area to do with what they want. And then obviously we pool the whole of the allotments, so my allotment and Debbie's allotment, my wife's, and Jennie's allotment are all pooled, so we, you know, we obviously all eat from the whole collection of 3. But this is kind of it's going to be my main bit to look after, and Jennie and Jon will probably help when they get time. It'd be really nice just to have a traditional allotment layout, you know, with just a simple 3-year rotation. It'll just be great. And I just love, you know, this mature look, these lovely grass paths which I've trimmed down at the weekend. It was all pretty overgrown when I got it a few days ago, but it's starting to look quite nice. My wife's particularly excited about these. Something unusual to eat. And even these compost bins are actually, you know, reasonably intact. Obviously needs a little bit of TLC, but not too bad. There's a water butt here, but more importantly there's actually a tap right here, so that's amazing. Yeah, so that's Jennie's plot. So we'll see what that looks like in a few days' time once we've got stuck into it. First priority is to get this area grassed, and then second priority is to get the potatoes in. and then it'll be the onions, and then it'll be the beans. So yeah, really exciting, and it would be interesting to see what Jen and Jon do just with this bit. I mean, even this bit's a big area to grow. Yeah, fantastic. So now we're walking down to my plot, and actually my wife's plot's just a few steps further down, so maybe we'll walk down to there because we've seen my plot plenty of times. Let's switch over. Right, so we're on the way down to Debbie's plot now, just past mine. And Debbie's only got this plot about a month ago, I think, and it was an incredible mess. Unfortunately, I've not got a video of it as it started, but you'll get an idea just from looking at it here. So down here was where they stored a boat. It's just masses of rubble and couch grass all intermingled with matting and carpet. All this path and everything was all under cover. You just couldn't see anything. It was a complete mess. You can see just piles of rubble here. Debbie's put this path in here, and then this area here was all old carpet and couch grass, which she's cleared. And then, as you can see, mounds of carpet and just rubble everywhere. Couch grass all down here, which I weed killed. But on the positive side, a beautiful little pear tree here, a plum tree here. So this is our first plum tree. We've got 2 pear trees already, so we've got 3 pear trees now, 1 plum tree, 2 apple trees on here. I've already got an apple tree on mine, so that's 3. There's 4 apple trees on Jennie, so that's 7. We've got 2 cooker apple trees on mine, so that's 9. And then we've got 1 at home, so that's 10. So 10 apple trees, which is amazing. I also crop one of the apple trees from one of my friends on a nearby allotment as well. So we've got loads of apples, and then she's got a fantastic selection here of red and black currants, which she really likes to cook with. She makes a really nice compote, and then there's a couple of gooseberries in here, another gooseberry over there to go in. Of course, you know, there's still challenges on this plot, lots of bindweed and stuff to deal with down the edges, a bit of mare's tail down here, still some couch grass and the like, but we know how to deal with that. Basically what we're doing here, give you an example, is again little bits of cracked tile, and we're just laying down on top of this bindweed like that. So we're trying to keep the bindweed out, of the bushes, keep it on there like that. And there's lots to do. Just keep doing it like this, and then we'll have basically bindweed all over this fabric, and then we'll weed treat it once we've got it growing nicely and plenty of leaf area for it. And then down here, this is good soil here, so Debbie's going to make beds here, which I think we're going to grow quite a lot of brassicas in here, and then she's putting in a couple of raised beds. These are off my plot that I've got spare. There's one here and one here. She's put some onions and things, but she's got loads of ideas as to what she wants to grow on here. So once it's finished, it's going to be a lovely plot. She's done a lot of work on it, amazing job. Done this little shed up, starting to renovate that, repaired the fence, painted this fence, done some repairs on that that fence down there, and say just loads and loads of digging. immensely proud of what she's achieved so far in just a month. Really remarkable. Now we're walking back to my plot, so you'll see it really doesn't take very long. And as I said before, my plot is all about early and late season productivity, and of course that doesn't stop it being productive in the summer. I mean, every plot's productive in the summer, but you know, my plot's really designed for 365. So I'll just give you a quick look around my plot. We put in this pallet fence last year, and we put little planting pockets in all the gaps here. They all need refilling with good compost, but this looks really nice. Loads of flowers and things down here in the late spring. We've got our rhubarb coming up here nicely. This is a late variety rhubarb, but it's really tasty. This is notionally a flower border. It's not really coming into its own yet, but hopefully it'll be really nice. So then we've got the composting area. 4 big bins, 3 for filling, 1 for turning. And then compost eventually makes its way into these 3 bins here, which is the ones we actually take compost out of to go onto the garden. I've done another video about the whole composting system, so you can take a look at that. We've got the broad beans here. This will be a brassica bed here soon, and we've got plenty of fruit, raspberries down here, gooseberries all the way around. We've got the cabbage here, which will soon be out. There's some peas going into there. My little flower border, onions, strawberries, peas. You can see these peas already coming out of the top of this windbreak. Then we've got the main cold frames, all doing amazingly well. Let's have a quick look in here. Just look at those beets. Really great. Lovely lettuces. What lettuces in here? We're pulling so much lettuce at the moment. We've got our carrots and more lettuces in there, and chard, and in here more lettuces. Keep showing you the same thing again and again, but it's worth just showing you in here that we've got our kale supply. So this is kale planted this year, which hopefully will keep us going when the main kale bed stops until the new kale bed starts. So this is the new kale bed here. We've also got some early kales in this bed here as well. And what's interesting here is actually this is a mixed bed. Actually, I'll just go and open it up, it's easier to see. This is a mix of kales and broccolis and sprouts, and obviously these aren't going to grow to maturity in here. We'll probably only keep growing these until maybe July time or something like that, at which time this bed will be cleared. We'll have carrots in here. So this is just all earlies to be eaten as leaves. And then actually we've got our beetroots in here, and this will be the second crop of beetroots. They're all doing pretty nicely. There's some rocket in there as well. More cold frames doing amazingly well. Hoop tunnels again doing amazingly well. And my asparagus bed, it's all starting to come up nicely. This unfortunately can't be picked because it's only a year old. And we'll take a look at a couple of other bits and pieces while we're here. So we've got radishes in here, interplanted with leeks. We've got spring onion bed. The ones at the back are doing really nicely. They're from plugs. The rest are just planted in the ground. We'll see how they do, just an experiment. More radishes in here. Hopefully these will come first. We eat lots of radishes. We give a lot away, so we need quite a lot. And this is one of the kale beds, starting to come to its end now, but it's still got, I thought it was going to not last as long as it did, but it's still pretty great. Really loving these shoots. And we've got onions in here, more beetroot in there, peas here, garlic in there, more garlic, last of the spring onions. Unfortunately we're going to have a gap in spring onions. And this is our main bean bed. On this side it's going to be climbing peas, climbing French beans, always mange two peas because we like to eat the whole shell and everything, and then a couple of varieties of runner beans on this side. So that's about it. We'll do a proper tour at the end of the month. There's my pear tree, apple tree, cooking apple tree, eating apple tree, cooking apple tree, which I'm actually trying to cut down. I had a bit of an injury, so I couldn't finish that job this year. I'll finish that next year. And then there's kind of my little sitting out area, little patio area here, water butts, little garden, grassed area. So there we go.